happy Wednesday. I am so excited to be filming this video. I have been waiting for DHL to come to my doorstep and give me this little package right here. This is gonna be a review of the Faux Filter updated formula from Huda Beauty. 2021 is here and your girl is elevating her channel, okay? I'm gonna be starting up a new series on my channel called THUY Tests. I'm gonna be testing out the latest products, the latest makeup trends. I'm gonna be telling you guys all the tea, the good, the bad, the ugly. You guys know I like to go in on my reviews. So in this video, I'm gonna be testing out both of the formulations, the old and the new. I'm gonna be telling you guys if it's worth you guys upgrading. If you're already using this, would you like this one? This new formulation is a luminous matte. I've never heard of a luminous matte before. Luminous, matte, I don't think those words kind of go together, but apparently it does. We all want to be a bit matte, but still a bit of glow, you know? We want it all. I feel like Huda Beauty, she's kind of going in like a different direction. She's not putting a lot of fragrance in. She's kind of slowing down her releases a bit more, which is amazing. There was a time where Huda was just pumping out those launches, whereas now she's kind of like slowed down, you know, taking a breather and launched some really good products instead of just launching loads of stuff, which I'm all for, you know, quality over quantity. So if you guys want to see my first impressions of the Huda Beauty Luminous Matte Faux Filter Foundation, then please keep watching. Okay guys, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this dish.
Yeah, get into it.
Okay, so I'm just going to list off some claims from the Huda Beauty website. There's a total of 39 shades. I don't know why she didn't just add an extra shade, just to make it 40, you know. 39 is such a weird, peculiar number. It's a natural skin-like finish, buildable full coverage, smooths out your texture, doesn't crease, and is a filter in a bottle. It is fragrance-free, non-comediogenic, and no transfer. That just sounds like the perfect foundation. I feel like that's a lot of claims right there, okay? There is 8 shade families, but when I went on the website, there is 4 different undertones. There's a beige undertone, a neutral undertone, a golden undertone, and a red undertone. I feel like that's a lot of undertones. Normally, it's just a yellow or a red or maybe a neutral. What's all this beige and neutral, girl? So this foundation retails for £28. It says here that it's a 24-hour flexible wear. I don't know who the hell wants to wear the foundation for 24 hours, but I will be doing a little wear test in this video as well because I've got super oily skin. By a couple hours, normally my nose and my forehead is like super shiny. This also says that it's mask proof. Can you guys see this little icon here? Mask proof. It says that it's life proof, waterproof, super long wear, 24-hour transfer proof, fade proof, sweat proof, humidity proof. It says it's Dubai proof, and Dubai is hot, especially during the summer. It's like walking out into an oven, let me tell you. Pool party proof. She even tested this at a pool party. Jesus. Waterproof, humidity resistant, sweat resistant, long wear, 6 hours. 24 hours, 12 hours, 6 hours. This is crazy. This is like so many claims. I feel like she's really hyping this up. So if this isn't the Holy Grail foundation, I'm going to be super disappointed. Okay, just to start off, I'm going to prime my skin. I thought it's only right to use a Huda Beauty primer. This is the Water Jelly Primer. This primer is actually really nice. It's like super hydrating. Doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. Kind of leaves your skin feeling a little bit tacky. I find it doesn't really help with the longevity of your foundation, me personally. I just feel like it's more hydrating. And then your foundation kind of goes on smooth when your skin's more hydrated. It gave my skin a nice glow. So Huda's team actually sent me 3 different foundation shades. It's literally the exact same packaging, no new lid or anything like that. So I feel like that's gonna be a bit hard if you have both the foundations. You really have to look underneath and see what one's the luminous matte. So let's do swatches of shades first. Oh, it's very pale for me right now. Crap. Okay, and then she also sent me Toasted Coconut 2040N. Oh, this is a really nice undertone, this one. This would be a really good shade when I'm back to my normal skin colour because it has a bit more of like an olive undertone to it. Let me put a bit more custard so you guys can actually see it. Okay, you guys can see a slight shade difference. Okay, and then the last shade that she sent me is Cheesecake 250G. So the other 2 had a different undertone. This one has a more golden undertone. I don't know if you guys see, but the foundation is kind of separated. I think you have to like really shake this up. Why does this shade look even lighter? This is the only thing that I have to say about Huda Beauty's foundation shades, especially when I was finding the stick. The shades, they're quite like weird jumps. They don't really correlate with the numbers, if that makes sense. Normally, like the higher the number, the deeper it goes. With MAC, you know, if you are NC15, that's quite light, and then the higher the number gets, it's deeper. Because this one is 250, you would think that this one will be darker than this one, which is 220. So I do find her foundation system a little bit confusing. I also want to do a comparison between the old foundation. This is custard, just to see if there's any colour difference. This formula feels so much thicker. Just to blend out, just to do this, the formula feels a bit more like coagulated.
That you had.
It just feels thicker, bitch. God damn, this full thick paint. Okay, so this is the old foundation, and then this is the new foundation. Both are in custard. I feel like there's a little bit of a colour difference. Okay, call me crazy, but I feel like the old formula of custard is lighter than this one. So that's something you guys need to bear in mind. Just because you use this colour in the old Faux Filter foundation, you might be a new colour with the new one. Unfortunately, that's a bit annoying. Oh my god, this foundation has dried down. It feels tacky now, bitch. So I just tried to blend out these swatches. Look at it, guys. Can you guys see it's not blending out anymore? Can you guys see I can't really blend out this edge anymore? I had to really push. Now that's the Dubai proof she was talking about. Okay, let me try to just wipe this off. That's not bad, you know. Only that much comes off. Wow, that's crazy. Okay, so the shade that I'm going to go in with is called a Toasted Coconut 240N. I know, by the way, it's too light for me. I'm going to take a beauty blender and blend this out. Straight off the bat looking at this is actually so natural looking. Okay, I'm gonna do half my face first just so that you can see the before and after, because if you guys haven't seen the before and afters on Huda Beauty's page, it is crazy. Literally, people are covering up like their freckles and it literally looks like it's been like painted on. Oh my god, this foundation is way too light for me, girl. Wow, this foundation is actually really nice. I'm so scared to put this on my forehead because my forehead is like so tanned. Nah. That's just being silly now. Hi, sisters! How am I going to blend this into my freaking hairline? It's literally like 10 shades lighter. Let's see if I can cover up the tan on my forehead, because that's when you know the coverage is good. So now that I'm applying on another layer, I can definitely feel my skin is a bit tacky, which I guess that's what makes it like super long wearing and mask proof and Dubai proof and pool party proof. But this is actually layering up so nicely. It's really buildable, and especially around my nose where I had loads of pores, it's really smoothed it out. I took a wipe to do like a really distinct line so you guys can really see the before and after. I have literally been sitting here for like 20 minutes just staring at my face. I can't believe the difference of like the before and after. I feel like I'm doing Nikki Tutorials, The Power of Makeup. I feel like my skin don't look that bad on this side, but when you see it to this side, I'm like, damn, girl, you smooth. You so smooth, girl. That's some smooth ass skin. I wish I had a darker shade, but apart from that, I'm really liking it. Okay, so on the other side, I'm going to show you guys a comparison between the old foundations. I don't have the exact same shade. I don't have Toasted Coconut in the old foundation. I only have Custard. I'm going to use it with the other side of the beauty blender so that it's fair. I haven't used this foundation in so long, and as soon as I put it on, I'm like, oh, this smell again. Oh my god, as soon as you pounce this into the skin, you get like this waft of like floral, oody. I don't know, this fragrance is just not the one, guys. It's been so long since I've used this foundation. It's probably so old. I got this foundation when it first launched. It's probably expired now. If I only get breakouts on one side, I'm blaming you guys, okay? This is what I have to do to get the views. I'd probably say with this foundation, it has more coverage straight from the back. I felt on this side it was more buildable to get to this level of coverage, but this one, as soon as I apply it on, I'm like, wow, the coverage is just there. It's just there, girl. Do you know what, actually? Both foundations look quite nice. It's just the smell. The smell is just still lingering, you know? This foundation has been sitting in a drawer for God knows how long, since when this foundation first launched, and the scent is still stronger than ever. You think that the scent will probably fade by now, but it's definitely still there. So apparently Huda reformulated this foundation 40 times to get this perfect formulation. I just can't even imagine how stressful that is, because every single time I do a collaboration, I always change everything 3 times at least, and that is so draining already. And can you imagine trying something out 40 times before you get it correct? That is a lot of work, so props to you, Huda. So I don't know if you guys can notice, but this happens to me every single time I get like a really long wearing foundation. Whenever I wear Estee Lauder double wear, I get these smile lines. I don't know if you guys can see, but around here it's kind of like caking up on both sides, not even just on one side, on this side, and then on my smile lines, it just kind of like cakes up there, and it makes you look really, really old. Okay, so this is the difference with the old and the new. They actually look very similar, you know. I'd probably say that the Luminous foundation looks a bit nicer on the skin. It has more of like a glow to the skin. This side looks a bit flat. There's not that much of a difference because at the end of the day, it's like still the same foundation, you know. It's both the Faux Filter foundation. Okay, so I removed that side of my face. I'm gonna go back in with the Toasted Coconut, and I'm gonna go in with a brush this time. So let's see if the formulation is a little bit different depending on your application style. This brush is a bit fluffy. Okay, so I've got one pump on here. I don't like it as much with a brush, I do have to say. It's kind of dragging the skin a little bit. Oh my god, this foundation is so white, guys. I feel like I'm painting myself to be a white ghost. I'm gonna have to do some major bronzing after this. Okay, so when you apply it on with a brush, you definitely get a lot more coverage, I definitely have to say. The thing about applying on like really long wearing foundations with a brush, I'm finding that the foundation is setting and I'm trying to buff in and it's really hard with a brush. I feel like I'm really dragging my skin to try to blend out the foundation. This is the catch, okay? The foundation is kind of caking up around my pores. Like when I'm trying to blend it out, the foundation is so stuck onto the skin that it's kind of not buffing out. Okay, so I've blended out both sides now. What do you guys think of the foundation? I really like it, guys. I just have the fresh foundation on, nothing on top. We are going to do a little test and we're going to use a fresh disposable mask. You guys see there's nothing on here. Going to be the true test if it is actually transfer proof, sweat proof, fade proof, humidity proof, Dubai proof and pool party proof. So many proofs. Okay, the mask is on. I'm gonna put the nose strap on. Okay, so we're testing everything. I also just went downstairs to go and wash my hand and honestly the foundation didn't come off. I really had to scrub at it to make sure that the foundation was gonna come off. It's actually super waterproof or sweat proof. That is a good sign. Obviously in an ideal world, I want to test this, you know, out and about in like super hot weather, but I live in England where it's super cold. Do you know what? That isn't bad. That isn't bad at all. For a foundation that is not set, that's not too bad. Obviously, there is still a little bit of transfer. It did take a big chunk off my nose. Okay, so I'm going to go off camera and I'm going to finish off my face, do my eyebrows, my eyes. So I'm going to check in with you guys in a bit. Okay, guys, we're back. Oh my god, I literally took 2 hours to finish off my makeup because I was filming like hella TikToks. I literally had no idea what I wanted to do with my eyes. So I ended up going with this sample beauty palette that I got from Beauty Bay and I got really inspired by this shade here. It's so pretty. I basically wanted to create this on my eyes. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Do you guys want a tutorial on it? I could definitely film that for you guys if you are interested. Okay, so I'm going to round out my thoughts on the Huda Beauty foundation and then I'm going to go and vlog the wear test as well. My final thoughts on the Huda Beauty Faux Filter foundation. I was definitely noticing because I was taking so long on my eyes, my foundation was kind of like going a bit shiny and then my nose started to break up. I have this exact problem whenever I wear Estee Lauder double wear. If I don't mix it in with another foundation, my nose gets all cakey and you can literally see all the pores on my nose. I'll insert a photo here of what I'm talking about. I kept trying to blend it in with a sponge, but because it's so long wearing, it doesn't blend out. Like once it's set, it's set. And I was noticing that when I was putting on the powder on top and my blusher, I found that some bits were going a little bit patchy because the foundation was kind of getting wiped away, even though it wasn't really. I was just literally using a brush going like this. I found that the foundation was dragging a little bit on the powder, and because I was filming a couple of TikToks as well, it took a lot longer. So I definitely recommend that you work fast with this foundation. It sets so quickly and once it's set, you can't really blend it anymore. It literally reminds me of Estee Lauder Double Wear. If you guys like that foundation, I feel like you would like this. So Huda Beauty has released a video talking about why she reformulated and she said that this foundation looks very skin-like. I would agree to disagree.
No. Well...
I don't think it looks very skin-like at all. It actually looks very porcelain dull, like you look very smooth. I wouldn't ever call this foundation skin-like because I feel like it's quite a full coverage foundation. I'd probably say this foundation is more for people that want a medium to full coverage. When I think of skin-like, I think of more like a tinted moisturizer, which this is definitely not, but it does make your skin look very flawless. I feel like it's amazing in photos. Also, I want to touch base on the differences that I found between the older version and the newer version. I was actually really surprised when I put both side by side because I actually remembered how nice the first one is and I haven't used it for a long time. But I do think if you like the older foundation, you would much prefer the newer version. One, because it is fragrance free, which is a big plus. That's probably one of the biggest downsides of the older formula. And another big perk of why you should go for the newer formula over the older formula is because the newer one is non-comediogenic, and that is so important, especially when you're wearing a foundation that is life proof, waterproof, Dubai proof and all that kind of proofness, that means that the foundation won't sink into your skin and won't cause you breakouts. If you have sensitive skin, the newer formulation is definitely going to be better for you, better for anyone. Like, who wants a foundation that might give you breakouts, you know? You definitely don't want that, especially if you're going to be out in the hot sun. Wearing a full coverage foundation, that's when you're guaranteed to get spots, especially when you're wearing masks and stuff like that. Overall, I do give the foundation a thumbs up. I feel like this is a foundation that I'm going to be mixing along with another one so that it kind of blends out and wears a bit nicer. I feel like this foundation on its own, it does look a little bit heavy, like especially when you look into a close-up mirror. When I look into this mirror, I look cakey. But from afar, I feel like I look really, really flawless. Okay, so I just want to show you the foundation a bit closer up. My smile lines are definitely cracking. And I haven't really been talking to people much. I haven't really said much. I've literally been in the room in silence. I can only imagine as the day goes on, when I'm talking to people and I'm doing more facial expressions, it can definitely crack. We're going to see how the wear test goes. It was currently 5:20 now in the evening. I'm going to go clean up the room. I'm going to go get some dinner. And then I'm going to update you guys on my vlog camera on how the foundation is doing. Okay, so I just want to check in with you guys on the foundation. It is currently 10 past 11 o'clock at night time. I'm not gonna lie, this foundation is not really holding back the oils. The oils are coming through my forehead, my nose, my T-zone is shiny AF. I've got really oily skin. Considering I haven't touched up at all, I feel like my foundation looks okay from afar, but up close, girl, let me tell you, my foundation is separating. Can you guys see my nose? It's all breaking up around my nose. I've got major smile lines. So I am not too sure if this foundation is as life proof as Huda says it is. I feel like maybe if you've got more normal to drier skin, this will probably be super long wearing. As soon as you combine foundation with oil, it's KO. Overall, I'm actually still really, really impressed with this foundation. I don't know if it will be my new Holy Grail foundation, if I'm completely honest. It does feel a little bit heavy on the skin, especially when you start to layer it up. It definitely leaves my skin looking very flawless. I was taking some photos earlier and I was like, wow, my skin looks amazing. But overall, I do give this foundation a thumbs up. I'm definitely going to be using this foundation because it gives you hella coverage. It's going to be amazing in the hotter months to come. Thank you so much for watching this YouTube video. Please let me know if you want me to do any other videos as a part of this series THUY test. I really want to try that foundation TikTok trend. I think her name's Meredith and she put on so much foundation, but in the end her skin looks super flawless. So let me know, do you guys want me to spill the real tea on that? And that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Oh my god, I'm thirsty. I'm a thirsty bitch. Nasty. I feel like my brain is dead. Filming 2 days in a row. What is this life? La 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 la. The sponge goes up to... Shut up! Stupid Gran messaging me when I'm filming. Palette? Guys, I'm just gonna go fly to Dubai to just test out this foundation. I'm gonna let you know if it's actually pool party proof and Dubai proof. Bye!